to another country, Montenegro, to continue the hunt for Spomeniks. Here you see another one, a partisan holding his rifle, and he must have been one of those who fought here in the mountains against the Nazis. Let's see what else we can find. Here on the rocks there's another one, two soldiers, rifles, machine gun, flags waving, fists in the air, typical socialist glory. And again, beautiful surroundings. In another remote Montenegrin village, I found a park that's meant to be containing a Spomenik, and you can see here it's called Spomenik Park Stanka I Revoluție, monument to the revolution and something else. I couldn't read that. Let's see if you can find it. Park is filled with stone cubes. Each one of them has the name of a fallen fighter on it. This is a very rocky area, so the park is the same. They built it on top of a rock behind the trees there. This is an interesting looking monument, again to the fallen soldiers. This one not only to those who fell in the Second World War. You can see the list of names over here. On the other side you see a list of names from the fallen in the First World War. Apparently this was a thing here as well. You don't see many monuments to the First World War around these parts. Mostly it's about the second one. But here we are. And in the middle, a hole with a giant metal flower, I guess, inside of it. Almost every Spomenik looks better under interesting weather conditions. It's not time for snow yet here in Montenegro, but it's very misty, dusky, and it makes this monument to the battle against fascism look very interesting, very eerie. There's a giant marble slab here covered in the names of the fallen here in the battle against fascism. This piece here in Nikšić, also dedicated to those who fell in the Second World War. You can see the dates of their death, 1941, 1942, and it's very industrially inspired. Every part of it has been made to look like a gear, from the piece it's standing on, to the marble slab in the middle, to this big gear on top, planters on the side, and even the bit of pavement that it stands on. Everything looks like a gear. Perhaps this was an industrial city and they wanted to reflect this in the design of their remembrance of the war. This is the town of Danilovgrad, and right in the center a statue of a woman and two men, two soldiers, with their backs against a giant obelisk. On the other side of the road there's a big park of what I guess are non-memorial statues, but they are in a very similar style, so let's go have a look at that. All of these could have easily been part of some memorial Spomenik. Maybe this is where designers of Spomeniks put the pieces they made for practice. I don't know, but they look very similar in style. Here's a giant stylized fist, I guess. Here's a very little man on a big stone, and that's exactly what it says on the side. And there's the man looking up at the sky. A couple of hands holding up a curtain around themselves. It's a bit like a nursery for baby Spomeniks. When they grow up, they can go and commemorate the Second World War in a village somewhere. This one has a big metal plaque on it with a partisan from the Second World War, and another one behind it waving a flag. And I guess this is what happens when you've got a piece of pavement and you don't maintain it for 50 odd years. Out here in the horrible weather, the pouring rain, I found another one. A curved piece of concrete in front of the grey sky. I wonder what it represents. Over there again, one of the many lists of names of fallen fighters. I'm gonna go back to the car quickly. In this idyllic little Montenegrin village, I will end my hunt for the Montenegrin Spomeniks. I didn't find them all, found a good lot of them. So let's go have a look at the last one. Giant metal engraving of a depiction of the struggle, men, rifles, fighting. Split obelisk. And on the side the many tablets with the names of the fallen warriors here in Černá, Montenegro. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next Sunday.